everybody, and welcome to Give Me Back My Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Charlie, and with me on the same little computer screen and phone screen we like to use is Nate. Say hello to the people, Nate.
Hi, Charles. How we doing?
Doing good, man. You all right there?
I'm doing wonderful.
We're still got to work on these intros, don't we, Bubba?
Yeah, we do, but good
That's,
sir, you picked a doozy.
I did, but that's okay because we also have someone else waiting in the wings over here. We've brought on a very special guest for very good reason. Once we get into it, is we've got Pete from Good Beer Bad Movie Night.
Good evening, gentlemen and listeners. How are you tonight? I am excited to be here to finally see Nate and Charlie in person as far as our as
Yeah,
far
this
as our
is
app
awesome.
Yeah,
is working, and I'm still I'm having doubts about actually seeing you in person. This is ugh,
it's
I'm
gross.
weird to
not.
see Pete's face.
I know we have a face to the voice now because we've all
True.
talked, we've all been on phone calls, and we're in a big group chat for the network. So we all feel like we know each other, and then you put a face, a voice to the face, and you're like, "Whew, okay, that was not what I was expecting." All right, guys. Well, Pete, thanks for coming in on this, man.
Thanks for having me. This is going to be a good time.
What we've been trying to do, like we've announced, is we've got a little podcast network we've started, which is basically
Yeah.
just a group of podcasters and friends, and we're just sharing each other's stuff out there and supporting each other and promoting each other. So my introductions now for that is I'm trying to have everyone on, which we've had Sludge on from Monster Movie Stomp Down. Now we've got Pete on from Good Beer Bad Movie Night. Eventually we'll have my cousin on once he starts the Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling. And we got a really kick-ass movie picked out for that one. That's going to be a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah, yeah.
Is
I
it
don't,
the
I don't want to
live
spoil it.
action
Don't
Undertaker
spoil it.
interactive video game that's coming out on Friday?
That would, yeah. I think everybody's hyped for that right now.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be the Undertaker.
No
Just
holds barred.
I want
What
to
was
make the
that?
Undertaker go left and then right. I hope that's an option.
I want to lay on the ground and then just raise up, and I'm just going to do that for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's called
I
sit
want to
ups.
I want to get my cell phone out as the Undertaker and call my brother Kane from hell and
Yeah,
see how the reception is down there.
or
Wow.
otherwise known as Knoxville because he's the mayor down here in Knoxville. As everyone can see, we are diving into a movie that was unknown to the three of us,
Oh
and it's
God, there's a
Mario
reason for
Mario Van Peebles
it.
in full eclipse. So this is also our Halloween special, and I wanted you can find any podcast that talks about Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, Trick or Treat, all the regular. If you want a horror podcast, they're out there that's doing Halloween. I want to be different, and I I stumbled on this movie in an Instagram post from another group of podcasters that weren't promoting the movie. It was an actor that was in it, and they grabbed a picture from the movie and put it in like this collage. And I'm like, what is that movie?
Hmm.
Why does that look like Mario Van Peebles?
Maybe
So
because it is.
yeah, so I look up the actor on IMDb, and I'm like scrolling, like, what is this full eclipse? Oh, that's the Mario Van Peebles. Mario Van Peebles is a cop werewolf. How could this go wrong?
Well,
Oh,
Oh, let me count the ways.
oh God. But yet so good. I'm sorry. You're going to hear probably three different takes on this, and which is what I love.
Ooh, baby.
I love it. I love what we're going to get into on this. I've been hyped. Pete has messaged me over the weekend when he's like, "I'm getting ready to watch this." It is like, I hate this.
Oh my
This is.
God.
He then messages me the day later to say, "I'm watching Wolf Cop just to clean my brain."
It's true. It's a better movie.
yeah, Wolf Cop's definitely the better movie of occupational werewolf movies that happen to involve cops.
Well, there are a lot of awesome werewolf movies. You got stuff like Dog Soldiers, The
Yeah.
Oh, Dog
Howling,
Yep.
Soldier's
Yep.
phenomenal.
Ginger Snaps.
Ginger
There
snaps.
are a plethora. We'll use big words tonight of werewolf movies.
Yeah, Twilight New Moon.
Shut your ass.
Can you
No,
mute? Can
why
you
would
mute
you?
Nate?
That's
Just
getting.
cut him off. He's done.
Are we
He is
not?
out.
Well, this one was called Full Eclipse, and then the third Twilight movie is Eclipse, and so I thought there might have been
I'm
correlation
ashamed
between the two.
you know
So I
all
did my
this.
research on both of them, and Bella has to choose between Jacob and Edward in
You're
Eclipse. You see,
you're about to get muted. Yeah, I know we're
and she's an adrenaline junkie, but that's from New Moon. But I digress. We'll get to that later.
digging that hole, Bubba. Digging that hole, man. No, but I will admit that every time I tried to Google this movie to get information, something about Twilight popped up. Or solar eclipses or
Yeah,
anything but
I
this
think I learned a thing
movie.
or two about solar eclipses. There's like 15 movies that don't understand what an eclipse is.
Exactly. So,
Twilight might be one of them.
and no,
For
not
sure.
everyone knows about this movie. This was in my research, it keeps calling it a made for TV, but it was made for HBO. I don't feel like that counts. That's still a movie. That's
No,
still
and
an R-rated movie when it came out. You know, it
it's a
didn't come
hard
out.
Mhm.
R.
It
Is it a hard
is.
R?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there
I'd
was a
say
lot
so
of
for
swearing in it.
'93.
Well,
Um,
there's an edited version and an unedited. We all watched the unedited because it's the only one I could find. There's literally one where they take out all of the language, all of the drug use. So every time they shoot themselves up with the serum, they cut away. They cut out
Really?
all the gore. So it's literally like probably what they
Oh,
showed on like Sci-Fi Channel or
that's
something.
maybe
insufferable. That is an
that would be
unwatchable
bad.
You just
movie
took
without the gore for
Yeah, you took
Yeah,
everything
heaven's
out of
sake.
this movie. Um, but I'm stoked I got to watch it, and we'll get into it a little bit more about mine and Nate's biggest regrets about this movie. Pete's was he watched it this weekend and he
yeah,
agreed to
that
be on
was
the
his
show. That's Pete's biggest regret right
getting through it.
Oh, but let's get into a little bit of the. How do you want to do this? You want to just go ahead and do the trailer real quick?
Well,
Get
yeah,
that out of the
let's
way.
just jump with the
let's
trailer
Let's
to
let's
give
get
give
it.
the
the
trailer out of
people
the way and then we'll
an
talk about
idea.
this film.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Well, here is the trailer for Full Eclipse. Remember, this was made for HBO, so keep an open mind.
In downtown LA, the criminals are beating out the cops.
Everybody down! Get down!
And for a street-hardened cop like Max Dyer, it's become a war that can't be won.
We know you've got some problems, Max. We just don't want you to quit.
But now he's been assigned to a new elite squad,
Okay, man, what's the deal?
a secret police unit.
Are we talking like some sort of pseudo Charlie Bronson vigilante here?
We call it justice.
with a special method for cleaning the scum off the streets.
Hey.
They're powerful, deadly,
Be part of the pack, Max.
The answer is no.
You have to.
No, I don't.
and they only come out at night.
Tough guys.
Get out while you can, Ross.
What did he do to you?
Tonight, we take back the streets.
From the director of Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, comes Mario Van Peebles of New Jack City and Posse, Patsy Kensit of Lethal Weapon 2, and Bruce Payne of Passenger 57 in Full Eclipse. The streets have never been so scary.
Man, how about that trailer, guys?
Oh man, that trailer was it just oozed the 90s. That was the 90s.
That,
if you lived
that's
through it, oh my goodness.
exactly what I expect from HBO. This is what you hear from on
You'd say
HBO right there.
HBO it was an HBO joint or something. At the
Yeah,
very
this was
beginning.
an HBO movie. This
Mhm.
was done by them. They couldn't afford, the movie guy, so we got Phil from accounting, and they're like,
That's
"Here,
right. I'm Phil from accounting, and I'm doing the trailer voice.
read this copy real
Mario
quick."
Van Peebles,
There it is.
werewolf, the beast, cops,
I think
full
Nate's got me
eclipse.
beat there. That's awesome.
I think
Well
Nate
done.
won, but I also like how he was just saying the one word from certain things: beast, cop, gun,
That's what will get you though.
sex.
You know, if I was like an 8-year-old watching HBO, I'd be like,
I have to watch this movie right now.
Well, you're saying it now, so that just brings it up to the one thing I'm most irritated about. 14-year-old Charlie didn't get to watch this movie. Apparently,
yeah,
this like slipped through the cracks of late
Yeah.
night HBO, staying up at my buddy's house because he's the one that had HBO and his parents didn't give a shit.
Mm.
But it's like, how did I not see Mario Van Peebles as a werewolf cop
10
late
to
night
12-year-old me
HBO? Yeah.
should have seen this. And I'm
I-
so upset that I didn't because it would have been the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
oh,
Um, and then as an adult, it's a really cool concept
yeah. I
on
like
paper.
On
I
paper,
on
right?
paper on the trailer's copy. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But
So,
This is directed by a man named Anthony Hitchcocks,
yep.
who, as you heard in the trailer, did Hellraiser 3.
I love how that was the
oh
one
boy.
movie they picked.
Yeah.
He
Well,
has other ones. Like I think I would have went with Waxworks
he did
because
Waxwork, which I know has
Waxworks
its cult
didn't suck.
following.
yeah,
He did Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat, which has Bruce Campbell as Van
Ah,
Helsing. I've actually been watching that
oh yeah,
periodically throughout the day. I hope I can finish that today or tomorrow.
that movie is so dumb. It's wonderful. I love that movie.
It's streaming on Vudu right now for
Yeah.
free.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
and then I guess after Full Eclipse, he's done nothing that I've ever heard of.
I don't
But
blame him because he's probably
HBO,
went into hiding.
yeah, HBO threw him $6 million to put this together.
Really?
And
Oh,
the funny thing is, that's equivalent to $11 million in today's world.
Which is still
So
nothing. That's
it's still nothing,
that's
but in a
independent
horror
movie
movie
money.
aspect, that's a lot of chunk of change. In an action movie area, that's nothing. You know?
Well, and this is yeah, so that's kind of the thing we've got to deal with here is yes, this is the horror podcast. So I thought that by picking a movie that was about werewolves, there might have been some horror in this
Oh no,
movie.
it's probably 90% action,
This is give me
5%
back my
werewolf
action
effects,
movies all of a sudden.
Mhm.
and then 5% 90s werewolf transformations.
There's a like 2% HBO late at night on
Oh
the
yeah.
Oh, that.
Uh,
Oh. We have some issues with those two scenes.
yeah.
That's what got my
So,
adrenaline going.
But I mean,
um,
6 million. But I mean, think about it. I really did enjoy the makeup effects, not the CGI effect. So
Oh yeah. The
no,
practical effects I
93.
did
Give him,
dig.
give him a break. I give him a break for 93.
that's what
Um,
you. It's where
And
you
with
have
11
to
million
like.
bucks,
You have $6 million. It's 1993,
Mm.
and it's an HBO production. And I'm sure a decent chunk of change went to Mario Van Peebles because he was still on his up and coming rise in that.
He had some clout.
He
It
did.
wasn't
I
a
mean,
lot, but it was some clout. 93.
no,
and
he was
they
that lower tier, but he had a name recognition. He was leading movies, just not giant budget
He was
movies.
respected in the industry, but I'm not sure if he was recognized in the industry as far as the
I
public.
don't think he ever got not the recognition he probably
Yeah,
deserved.
yeah,
he's a very busy person.
for
And one of the
sure.
things is his dad, Melvin Van Peebles, who recently he passed away, I believe it was last month. He was
Oh,
actually
Hmm.
one of the stars of the black exploitation films.
Yeah,
He
oh,
did Sweet Badass.
like a Dolomite
nice.
movie.
Yeah, yeah. So and
Oh,
then
the
Mario Van
Dolomite
Peebles
movies are
actually paid tribute to his
so
dad and
much
made a
fun
movie
and
about that as well, which I haven't
so.
seen, but I definitely want to look it up.
Yeah,
Because they're both very proactive with race in film
Nice,
and giving people of color a voice in
for
film.
sure.
So that's really cool.
no, he's always kind of wanted that voice to just kind of promote that his culture and that culture further into films. Again, he just never kind of reached that top tier level that even in the action movies he never really got up to the levels of like Van Damme or Lundgren or all these other guys that I'm not even going to try and compare to like Schwarzenegger or Stallone,
All the
but you
white
know,
guys. The black guy
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah, basically.
never got up
yeah.
to the level of the white guys.
Hey,
Like he's a
they gave us
director,
Danny
an
Glover. I
actor.
guess that's the best we could
Yeah,
get.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, Pete loves to. He tried to stump me one day, and we have a funny thing about he threw a movie at me trying to stump me. What was that movie again, Pete?
Well, I was looking through some old comic books, just for giggles, and I came across a movie called Solo, and Mario Van Peebles was in it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, who is this guy? And I sent it to you, and like, this guy's in Solo. I was like, whatever was this all about?
yeah. He's like, have you ever seen this?
Have you
Heard
ever
of a
seen
movie
this
called
one?
Solo? I'm like, yeah, Mario Van Peebles. He's like a
Mario Van Peebles didn't play Han Solo.
that's uh
No, no,
that's
that was
a
like another guy. I don't know his name, but I've seen Solo. I only saw it once, but
No, no.
it wasn't
um
Mario
Oh,
Van
oh,
Peebles.
Nate, you're adorably 35. Uh,
33. Don't age me.
33. He didn't even get 2 more
33.
years
Sorry.
out of it.
You're so
Donald Glover
you're
was
so
in
cute.
Solo.
No.
No,
This was a film. I don't know.
oh,
95 or
somewhere
four,
around there.
something
Yeah,
from the mid
probably not
90s.
far after doing
But yeah,
Full
it was
Eclipse.
after this one,
Yeah,
and I didn't see it, but it was something. It was a movie poster in a comic book that I came across.
he's a
And
genetically
he's a
enhanced soldier.
genetically, yeah, he's some sort of a super soldier,
Yeah,
android something or other,
it
and
was trying to run off of like how Hollywood did. They still do it, but like if a movie came out and was popular, say like Universal Soldier, other studios had to do something similar. So
oh sure.
that was their answer to Universal Soldier.
This poster is
Oh.
amazing.
Oh, did you look it up?
Did you look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Is it
He's
not
part
awesome?
man, part machine, total weapon. All right, this isn't Han Solo. I got that wrong. Oh my god.
well, to like
He's got a boot.
yeah, he's got a full Doc Martin or something, or
Yeah.
maybe an army boot,
It's got
Kung
William
Fu
Sadler.
chopping something, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's got the full six pack and everything. It's a
Adrian
it's a
Brody's
bitchin'
in
boat.
this.
What who is?
Adrian Brody.
What really?
But
See, in between 1993 and 1996, I was in college, and I was uh, not looking to watch movies. I had other adventures I was exploring, mostly alcohol and women.
oh,
So
Mine was alcohol and video games
that
that's a
that
good one.
degree.
and horror movies.
My pursuit of women was mostly game over. It was I was not as successful as I had hoped I would be, but you know.
It's all right, man. It's all right. No, fortunately, I was right about the age to start watching these movies, so I probably got hooked on Solo, and I just totally missed Full Eclipse. Of course, I didn't. We didn't have cable till probably right about the time this may have come out, but HBO was still a lot of money back then to get for
It
like,
was an add-on. It wasn't
yeah,
Oh
part
yeah,
of
it
your
was a
cable
premium
package.
add-on.
It was a premium channel that
yeah,
you had to
and
add $10
you
a month
would
or whatever.
every once in a while get like a free weekend.
Hmm.
And the first time I remember like actually getting to watch HBO, Robot Jocks was just starting. And I sat there in front of that television glued to that, like, this is what HBO, Dad, I'll help pay for getting the premium channel because I'm
I
watching Robot Jocks.
Almost
I remember
gone.
having that conversation of like, what can I do to help pay for it? Because like during those free weekends of that, or like Stars and Encore when they would bundle those,
Yeah.
as a family, be like, all right, binge watch as many movies as you can. That way, we don't have to pay for the rent these at the local grocery store. Like, just get them.
Dad wore out the VCR, man. We had stacks of blank tapes, and you could like set the date to start recording. And
Oh yeah, I
we're
forgot
like,
about that.
we're recording movies off HBO because the free weekend was the good movies.
Yeah,
If you
they
actually
usually had a big
pay,
one premiering on
yeah.
Saturday.
Oh yeah,
So
they hooked you
they
on
hooked
the free
you
weekend. Yeah.
because there would be like a month of the exact same movies
Mm,
every single, almost at the same hour from the day before. If you ever went through
right.
like the TV guides, you'd be like, oh, HBO,
TV
oh,
guide.
Solo
Yeah,
every
they
day
burn you
at
out
3
instantly.
o'clock. They're like, well, if you missed it that time, yeah, I don't think I'm going to miss it 5 freaking times in a row.
Just don't worry. Just click over to HBO 2. We'll have
No, we
Solo
didn't have
2 playing.
HBO 2. Are you silly?
Not 92 or
Not
93.
no, man. At that time, we had HBO, Cinemax, and
Gotta remember,
Showtime. I
I'm the
think those are
baby,
the
so, like, HBO
three.
2 totally exists when I
I,
was,
I
like,
I
12.
know, I know. Nate,
Yeah,
Nate, you're so
we get it.
adorable. I
Han
love it.
Solo.
Yeah, you
Jesus.
old folks.
I didn't have cable till college, so I knew nothing. I had VHS and or UHF channels to
Do
get
you
all my
guys
weird stuff.
remember when, like, the pay-per-view would show, like, the first 5 minutes for free?
Yeah.
Nope,
And it
I
was, like,
didn't.
trying to watch those first 5 minutes and then, like, trying to convince the parents, like, "Can we spend the $10?
Yeah,
Please?"
I do remember, and
I
it
watched, like,
wasn't.
the first 5 minutes to Basketball so much because of how excited I was to see that movie.
It's a great movie. I think you guys are purposely trying to find other things to talk about, except for full
No, this just kinda
Yes,
got
eclipse.
I
hijacked because of
am.
Solo.
I am so enthralled with
Pete,
our stories of our younger personalities
I love
that
how Pete's
we
just trying
don't
to
need to
steer
talk
this
about this
thing.
shit freaking movie.
Oh, all right. Well, Nate, won't you give the kind people out there a real quick synopsis?
Alright, I'm gonna make this super quick.
Go ahead.
You got Mario Van Peebles plays Max Dyer, who's a cop whose life
That's
is just
dire.
on the edge.
Best werewolf name ever.
The only
Yes.
better name would be Max Payne, but it might have been a
Yeah,
video game already.
but
But Dire is Dire Wolf. I mean,
yeah,
it's all
yeah,
wolf. I
and
love it.
and Guru, that's, like, French for werewolf.
I know that too.
But Max Dyer,
Mm.
his life is in dire need of a reboot. Alright, so Max and Jim, this movie opens up, they're just 2 partners in a car, and, classic 90s, them 2 talking about their wives, their loved ones, and how they're kinda just terrible human people, because they both seem to not care about being with their wife, which is really odd. When they get an APB that there's a shootout at the local club. Um, so they pull up to the club. There's gunfire going off. The body gets thrown out of the window, and it makes the most glorious thud ever as it smacks onto the concrete.
It's real
Um,
squishy.
yeah, very squishy. They get up into the rafters. They're crawling around, just like John McClane, acting like now they know what a pizza feels like in the oven when
It's a microwave
in
dinner.
a microwave. Because you know what? If there was ever a heist to stop, it's definitely a heist at a nightclub. That's the top of my list to
Did you hear
rob.
what they were asking for?
Not at all.
They wanted a fueled jet to get away.
And $1 million or something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
like $1 million,
Yeah,
but
$1
they
million
kept
I
in
saying
missed
a
that.
jet.
they
Maybe it's
asked.
because I was so in awe of these 2 just climbing just through the ventilation shaft.
May I point out, as a contractor, you can't climb in the ductwork like they show in
I
the
feel like they would
movie.
instantly fall apart,
Doesn't
Don't
right?
quite
tr-
support the weight of
Yeah,
a human being, right?
don't try it. It doesn't work like that. That no, this isn't Star Trek: The Next Generation. With all
Uh,
the little tubes and
not a
uh,
Jeffrey's tube
the
that can
Jeffries tubes and
support
the
your weight.
corridors. No, um,
But this movie turns instantly into like guns ablazing. And that's like the one thing I will give the movie credit for, because as I was watching it and realizing that gravity does not exist for Max, because he falls out of one of those ventilation shafts ever so
oh
gracefully,
yeah,
dual wielding, I think, a revolver and a 9mm, which would be so awkward just on the trigger pull. But hey, who cares? I don't care whatsoever once it
oh,
started to happen.
uh,
Oh,
I have something for you on that though,
oh, do
because
you really?
as I, what, we're just going to turn the synopsis into us talking about the movie now, because
Yeah.
this is what's going to have to happen here. Your trailer was good enough for
Oh,
the synopsis.
all right.
That worked. But I loved Max Dyer, the cop, and he always had guns out. He always jumped full body forward as he fired, which immediately made me remember.
You ever fired 2 guns whilst jumping through the air?
Have you ever fired 2 guns while flying through the air? Hot fuzz. I couldn't stop thinking about Danny asking him all those questions about being a
Yeah,
cop.
is it true if you shoot someone in a certain part of their head will
It
explode?
explode. uh,
You've never seen Bad Boys 2?
he doesn't do it just once. It's
Oh,
like
every time he's
3
in a
times.
shootout, he's jumping and shooting.
He
But like,
jumps forwards
what
and
I loved
shoots 2
about it
guns.
is as I was watching it, I was like, all right, this is 93. This is John Woo. Like, this is John Woo
Oh,
action movies happening.
yes.
Like, this is hard boiled. It's before Replacement Killers, but
Pete has this
I'm just like,
perplexed face on. It's not that it was like, "Oh, look, it's like John Woo." It's like they're trying to
they're
be like
trying to
John
be.
Woo.
And I found an interview with Anthony Hickox, and he was like, yeah, like HBO gave me the money to do whatever the hell I wanted. And he goes, at the time, I was watching a lot of Hong Kong cinema, and I just wanted to emulate that. And I was like, I nailed it. Like, I knew exactly what you were going
No,
for
you didn't.
on your low budget. I mean, I nailed it. I don't know if Anthony Hickox nailed it. But then the best part was the movie ends, and I go over to Hannah, and they're in the bed, like trying to sleep. I'm like, all right, so the movie was trying to be like Hong Kong cinema because back in the 90s, no one really had access to Hong Kong cinema except for a few people. So it was really hard to watch movies like Hard Boil or Fist of Legend and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just eyes glazed over, like, why are you on this right now? Like, why are you going on about 90s Hong Kong shootouts? Like, I don't care. I'm like, yeah, but I do because this werewolf movie tried to be that, but with werewolves.
At least paid homage to it. Yeah, but I the beginning action sequence of this movie. As soon as I started watching it, I was like, "This is going to be the greatest thing I've ever seen." I was immediately hooked. I didn't care how crazy it was. They were in the air ducts. He drops down and just starts laying waste to the bad guys.
Rolling around on the ground, just
Oh,
doing spins and
he's doing
shooting.
the rolls. He's doing the flips. He jumps through the air with 2 guns.
Yeah.
Everything I wanted.
Did
And
this not remind you of like you being in the backyard and doing a shootout with your friends? And
yes,
I got you. No, I didn't. Yeah, I
yes,
did. You're dead. No, like that's what this was.
Right.
100%.
Mm.
And then this movie decides it wants to be a drama. And we get this whole thing of him and
Jim.
Jim's wife in the hospital after he got shot. Then it cuts to a marriage counselor between Max Dyer and his wife, and he's like, I'm just a cop, what do I hate? I hate bad guys.
I can't turn it off.
I can't, yeah. I just can't turn it off. It's not switch. It's not like I'm going and picking up dry cleaning. I'm cleaning up the streets. It's just like,
Because I'm a cop.
what am I watching? Then we get this no face. I have no idea why because I didn't even know who the guy was to begin with. Anyway, of a cop walking into the hospital room and injecting this mysterious liquid into his partner's
I don't
veins.
think we knew at that time that that was a cop. I think that was a.
I thought he was in uniform.
I thought we saw a badge.
If you did, I
I
missed it.
think we did.
So somebody snuck in there and gave the dead body a injection of vampire, or I'm sorry, werewolf. We'll get to what that actually was.
Yes, we can't spoil
Yeah,
that yet.
but you're not completely wrong in saying vampire because for some reason they make a reference to vampires too, which was
Well, that was for the
super
unmade
weird.
sequel.
The blood pack.
Yeah. But I love, so he gets that serum, and then the next day, like, Max Dyer's in the locker room after a long day of cleaning up the streets, and his partner just waltzed right in like, hey, bud.
Yeah, like nothing was wrong.
How you
Like, oh,
doing? I wasn't in a coma. You didn't see me die in front of your eyes.
I didn't get shot 7 times.
Right.
Modern medicine.
You didn't see my blood drip from the from the HVAC above you. I'm just fine. Hey, let's go kill some bad guys, which is
Yeah.
exactly what he said.
Yeah, he really does. He goes, let's just go kill some bad guys.
This movie's really weird to watch in
And then
2021.
they did.
Oh, they did in such spectacular glory.
So the guy that got shot and killed and injected with the super serum,
Yep.
the Captain
Super
America,
soldier serum.
right? That we don't know exactly what it is about right now. And he's over there bitching about his flipping donuts. I got donuts, and your donuts aren't sugar free, or they're sugar free, but I don't want sugar free donuts. This exchange this exchange made my head hurt. I'm like, shut up. I hate you already. And then there's a drive by shooting out of nowhere in LA. Now, I was not alive in LA in 1993 to know if drive by shootings were a thing. They probably were. And they shot some guy, and then the cops chase after them.
After Max Dyer dives over top of a car whilst firing two
Oh, well,
guns at the
yeah, he
same
saw an
time.
opportunity and
Yes.
he took it.
And then
Yes.
he goes to get in the car, yells at his partner, and his partner looks at him, looks at the car, and takes off running and chases down, not even in a good, the jump on top of the bus.
Yeah, that was good. That one was
Yeah.
real good.
I,
Yeah.
I was like, if they can hold this level
Hmm.
of insane action, like I'm okay with the action. I had no problem whatsoever with it. I didn't like the let's bring it down a notch and let's make things like you're trying to make me care about the character
You're not
in
doing
a
a good
movie
job.
that I don't need to care about the character at all.
Right.
But I'm watching this guy, like jumping on cars. He does this almost like bionic man jump onto the bus, which was awesome. Little bit of like a background growl you could ever hear ever so slightly once in a while. And he chases down the car, shoots at him, stops the car. Then the guy he kills, was it two guys that were in the back, and then two guys get out and
I
take
know.
over a motorcycle with a sidecar, which just so happened to be there, so that they could both get in on the motorcycle. It takes off. He keeps chasing them. The guy runs the sidecar into another vehicle, and it just like demolishes the guy in the sidecar, while the partner jumps on the back of the motorcycle and takes control of it basically, and just starts riding down an alleyway, telling this kid his rights as he's gunning towards a brick
Right.
wall.
It's really weird, and it's so Charlie, you've done a very good job explaining what happened. It's still, whoa, what just happened? It's unbelievable what happened. Yeah, he jumps on the back of the motorcycle, basically takes over control of the motorcycle with this I don't know, gun runner or
Just
uh,
gang member, I guess. I
gang
don't know.
gang
Yeah.
banger. I don't know who this cat is. They don't explain any of that. It don't matter. And he accelerates into a flipping wall,
Smiling the whole time.
smiling the
And
whole time.
explodes
Kaboom!
gloriously.
Dead gun runner,
Yep.
exploded motorcycle, and the cop don't got no scratch on him, including the clothes that he's wearing.
Barely like a dusting of burn mark. And Max catches up and is watching this whole thing like,
He should at least look like a burnt marshmallow,
yeah,
and there isn't a scratch or a burn mark on his
no.
cheap suit. now, now, maybe polyester at the time was more fire resistant than it is in this day and age, but I'm pretty sure I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But like as he's doing all this, he doesn't even question his newfound powers. Like he's just like,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
this is me
Right.
now. This
Yeah.
is what my life
He
is.
knows
Deal
what
with
he
it.
is, I think, or he thinks,
That
or something.
so that brings up my one of the in a movie that is as insane as it is. This really is one of the biggest like loophole plot hole in the entire thing was this whole partner situation, because this happens and then all of a sudden we're back. I think it goes to the bar scene where he's shooting pool with the other. It's like a cop
Uh,
bar. Was
yeah,
that the?
sure.
That's the
Let's
next.
jump to that.
Close
That's
enough.
good. Yeah.
It's close enough. So then we get to see the partner. Apparently, we find out later it's the partner is melting down this lucky silver dollar that they made one mention of briefly at the beginning of the movie, melting it down and making a bullet. Okay. Then we go to the bar.
Wait.
Max's. Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
So the coin, the coin that he used,
Probably wasn't even
what?
silver.
No, no. The U.S. Mint stopped making silver or stopped including silver in the coins in 1964. So 1965 was the very first year of coins that did not have silver in them. So
Hmm.
if you got any coins before 1965, anything 1964 or previous, they are all actual silver. They're a mix, but
Yeah.
or a blend of silver, but they have
All right, it's
actual
pretty cool.
silver in them. This coin was a Liberty head. I it I did a lot of I've seen that face. I think it was a prop coin
More
because
than
it said
likely.
1972 and it was a proper face, but the Liberty on it was wrong. And I only say
Wasn't
that because
there? There's a thing though, like with the fake money and everything they do in movies, like when they like heist a bank, that none of the notes can look like legal tender. There might be something with
okay,
coinage.
that makes
Yeah.
complete sense to me,
Yeah.
but they had the year wrong. So if
Right.
the face of the coin isn't wrong, the character, the woman's face on the coin was correct to a different coin. And then the word liberty above it was incorrect. It should have said e pluribus unum. Um, and then the year was totally wrong. 1972. It should have been 1964 if it was a silver coin. And this is super, super nerdy stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
afraid that I'm going to get lambasted for this.
Nah, man.
But
No.
that is
You're
that
fine.
that that's one thing I watched him melt that down. Like that's not a silver coin. Oh, okay, okay.
It didn't
Uh,
melt like silver either.
no,
It's
no, it melted
It
like
melt like wax.
yeah.
it kind of
What, you're
because
gonna
it
use it as
probably
a
was.
stamp?
So
Um, so you're telling me then, Pete,
Yes.
that that was not a silver bullet that he blew his own brains
It
out
was
with?
not a silver bullet that he blew into the back of his
Because
head. He should have
spoiler, guys,
walked away from that.
he blows his brains out in the middle of the bar with all the cops playing pool,
yeah, which
Which
is
which is
the
shocking.
so this is now the first part of my questions is apparently this has only been like a few days have passed, if
mhm,
that.
mhm.
Um, so you went from super cop to I don't want to live anymore, being the thing that I am. That uh, we don't know what you are yet,
I'm not sure
and
he would know what he is at this
Yeah,
point.
that's
and he instantly knew to use a silver bullet.
right. And
Mhm.
there's another reason when we get to it that I'm going to also point it out that
Right,
it made no sense.
do it.
But yeah, blows his brains out. So Max has watched his partner die twice within the course of like 3 days.
And
You know,
screams
I think I'm
no both
taking
times.
vacation after that.
Yeah,
Um,
need some PTO.
but instead, his captain feels like it's time for him to make the next big step in his career and talk with the head guy of we find out later the cause, but Bruce Payne plays Adam Garou, which Nate has eloquently told us that Garou is werewolf in French. Um, I saw the guy and instantly went like, I feel like I've seen this guy. Well, it turns out he was like the main bad guy in Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes. But I was also sitting there going, why does he look like the Warlock from the Warlock movies? And I looked it up. He's not the Warlock in one or two. He's the Warlock from number three, the absolute worst Warlock movie that came out. But because he looks so similar, they were like, "Yeah, let's go with it." So
You
Hold up,
want to know who
there was a
directed
good
that third
Warlock movie.
Warlock movie? It
sure,
was Anthony Hickox.
did I thought he did the second one.
Or maybe he did the second one. I
He did.
don't know.
He did Armageddon. Armageddon's the second one.
Oh, okay. You know what else Anthony Hickox directed? The
What?
music video to Hellraiser by Motorhead,
Hey,
Oh, that's good.
which
that's a
is a
good.
damn good song.
That's a good video and a good song. So if he did anything right in his life, it was that. And
Oh,
Dan,
jeez.
that one's for you, Bubba. He did the Motorhead video. Um, but so he gets introduced to the guy that's running this new division. His police captain's pushing him to it, and he's the guy kind of comes into him and is like trying to say, kind of it's kind of weird how he entered, he started this conversation with him. It's just like, man, you've kind of had a rough couple of days. He goes, maybe you should be introduced to some other cops that have had some similar instances. And we get probably the most on the nose line in the movie.
I thought you might want to meet with some cops who've had similar problems.
There's been more than one cop had his partner blown in the ICU and came out acting like one of the Bionic X-Men.
Bionic X-Men. If that's not an on-the-nose description of what admittedly this director took reference from,
Oh, most definitely. This
yeah,
feels like early 90s X-Men.
his design, his design of these creatures is based off of Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's from the
Yeah.
director's
Yep.
Yep.
mouth.
That's
But when you look at it,
the
it
bone
is.
claws
Yeah.
that you're going to see these creatures do. And he even mentions too Max Dyer that everyone there has lost something. So they're basically an elite werewolf squadron. Is the way I put it. Their EWS would be their WWE tag team partner name.
Wow.
This movie came out way before some of these others, but I'm watching this going, man, this is like Underworld, where they had the elite group of vampires hunting werewolves. Then we also had the Blood Pack from Blade 2, the elite group of vampires out to hunt the other creatures of vampires plus Blade. So I'm sitting there going, this, you can't tell me that those didn't take any kind of like nod from this movie. Like they probably found this movie and like, that's kind of a cool idea, making like an elite, you know, squad of these like superpowered monsters. Like, yeah, the Blood Pack and all these other ones. So I was immediately just already doing that, especially later in the movie when they like get their outfits on.
I was gonna say they have matching uniforms, which I wrote, how cute. They even had they had helmets on for one scene of playing
Right.
dress up. So they cosplayed with helmets on before a raid, and then we
Cosplay.
never got to see the helmets again.
So let's just go. We'll just go ahead and skip it. So he meets the Blood Pack is what I'm going to call him from now
Sure.
on, which is a group of ex cops. I'm guessing because they're not doing anything cop like later, anywhere else in the movie.
Well, what I
So
gathered from it was that they were another division that the police department knew about, but
okay,
kind of went hush
yeah.
hush, like let them do their thing because they get shit done.
Well, we
That's
find
all that
out.
matters. No questions asked. We just know when they go in, things get done, and then that's it. That's
Yeah,
kind of what I was gathering from
we
it.
find out later that like even the police captain knew that they were some kind of superhuman. Maybe not exactly what they were, but he kind of alludes to like he knew. And that was the other thing I was going to bring up was there's a point where Max is trying to explain to his captain what he sees later in the movie, and the captain goes, "What like vampires, and we need to stake them in the heart?" And I'm like, "Really? Did we?" That's kind of a silly line to put in
That's
a
a real bad joke.
werewolf movie.
It's just
Yeah,
the captain clearly doesn't know
That's
his
one
monsters.
of the million bad jokes this
yeah.
stupid movie tries to say. So please
No.
continue with your
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's do a real quick commercial break and kind of regroup ourselves, and we will be right back.
Hey, this is Jimmy Street, host of the Live and in Color with Wolfie D podcast. Hear the life and times of professional wrestler Wolfie D. From his times in the territories with PG-13 to his times in WWE, ECW, WCW, TNA, and more. Nothing is off limits and nothing will be held back. Available now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all major podcast formats.
Welcome to the Monster Movie Stomp Down, where twice a month we review monster movies from all corners of the planet. Join me, Sludge.
And I went to watch it the other night, and she's like, "Why are you watching this? You can quote this movie line for line." I'm like, that's very accurate.
My co-host, Mark.
Don't ask me to do a stomp down on this because it's zero.
Okay, dude. Ruben, what's your stomp down rate?
And our brother from Texas, Ruben.
It's just, I'm like, wait a minute. They tricked me into watching this.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
As we give you the history, our review, and the stomp down rating of some of the best and worst monster movies around. Available through the Podbean app, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Amazon. Make sure and check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome to Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where each month we drink finely crafted brews while watching terrible films in order to see just how drunk you have to get to enjoy them. So tune in and join Troy.
Killboy Krites.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Dave.
I have the weirdest boner.
And Pete.
IPAs are ales, meaning they are bottom fermented. Excuse me, they are top fermented. I that up. Try that again.
As we drag Kathleen,
Hear me.
kicking and screaming through an alcohol-fueled podcast dedicated to movies of questionable quality and the frosty adult beverages that help make them tolerable. Good Beer, Bad Movie Night. Clearly, it's the beer's fault.
And we're back from that commercial break. It's kind of weird listening to Pete's commercial while looking at Pete when he wasn't talking.
Well,
so
it's always weird to look at me. Period. I mean,
well, there is that, and I also
I'm learning that too.
Yeah, you learned that pretty quick there, didn't you, Nate?
Yeah.
I didn't miss the irony of playing Jimmy's promo either, which is Wolfie D, and it starts with a wolf howl. So I was like, oh, this is kind of fitting.
Oh man, I have one bit of wrestling memorabilia that I cannot wait to share with Wolfie D.
Yeah.
It's a total secret now. I'm not saying nothing more.
He's just dribbling a little teaser.
I cannot wait to share it. So anyway,
all right, guys,
let's continue about this.
Let's continue. I'm gonna speed us up a little bit because, like we've talked about, which we're not a synopsis movie. We try not to go for scene, but this movie's so disjointed. It's kind of hard, and it's also kind of hard to remember where each scene even kind of begins and ends.
And who's in what scene, and where did that person come from, and
why are they important?
Introduce a new person out of nowhere.
Yeah,
to make sure that the story continues on this linear fashion.
It's so odd. So I'm going to speed us up a little bit because I want to get to the part that I'm most look forward to about is each of us talking about this movie. Because that's really what this should be. So we're going to get to Max Dyer goes into like his introduction to the group. He goes to this mansion looking house, how a detective or supervisor affords it, and they make a joke about it, but it's
Xavier School of Gifted Children.
It's exact. The doors are all ornate and everything. I mean, just is insane. And I will point out the one ridiculous thing I saw that I was like, that kind of was just silly. Was he's introducing him to all these other cops, and they're all on like these beds built into the wall, and they're lounging around like I guess what you would imagine wolves out, like in a cave or something like that. And I was just like, that's just so weird.
You were looking for symbolism that does not exist.
I bet if you message the director now, he'd be like, oh yeah, we were trying to make it like it was a pack, and they were all just like,
they were in the wolf's den. You didn't pick that up? Come on.
The one chick that I want to talk about, she's like got one arm and leg hanging off the side. The other dude is just laying up there in the most uncomfortable positions you could imagine. And I'm just like, come on, we get it, man. You're werewolves. All right, we're going to go ahead and say the W word. You're werewolves. Knock it off. But so we get introduced to probably half a dozen cops of various ethnicities and genders. And then there's one that jumps out at you if you're an action movie fan like I am. And it's the girl, blonde hair. You obviously, the second you see her, she is the love interest immediately. You know it when you see it.
Clearly.
Patsy Kensit, who plays Casey Spencer, she is the girlfriend and the secretary from Lethal Weapon 2 with Mel Gibson. The one that he falls in love with super fast. They have a night on the beach, and then she's dead. Kind of similar to what happens in this movie.
Very similar.
Right.
Yeah.
She had a little more FaceTime in this film, but yeah,
the same amount of unclothed time, because I do believe there was a sex scene with Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon 2, and we have the most awkward sex scene I've seen in a movie between her and Max later. That you're just like, You're werewolves. I get it.
Right.
It was horrific.
Thank you for catching on to that, because I've got that one written down. Like, okay, can you drive this home any more clearly that we are werewolves here?
I'm watching this with my wife. It's like I'm sitting there going, she's the girl from Lethal Weapon 2. And then all of a sudden this is happening. Okay, I'm done.
Hey man, I like me a good sex scene as any other red-blooded American male. But yeah, this one drove it home a little.
I'm looking around going, hi, Lamp. Hi.
No.
All right. It's awkward, but it's nowhere near as awkward as the time when I was like, I don't know, 16, and I watched A History of Violence with my grandparents.
Oh.
And that has some terribly awkward, raw sex scenes in it. And I went, oh no, because I'm like 16, 17. I don't remember how old I was when that movie came out, but I don't recommend that at all, guys.
That's the Viggo Mortensen one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's forever ingrained in my head of like, hello, Lamp.
What is it?
What's Nana looking at? What's Papa looking at? Oh, boy.
The meme you see, it's like the movie I'm watching, and it's all like this action-packed scene. The movie I'm watching when my parents walk in is the second it's the sex scene.
Yeah,
and there's more truth to that than ever, and it'll be way too long. But on our Dusk Till Dawn episode, I have a story that goes along with that one, so we'll save that for later.
If I can be a part of that one, I would very much like to be a part of that.
We can make that happen.
Man, we can make that happen.
But Charlie and Nate, I think Hello Lamp needs to be something, some sort of.
Is that the new drop? Every time we talk about a sex scene in a movie,
from now
hello
on.
Lamp.
Hello Lamp. And so she walks into the room and hello Lamp.
I have to watch Showdown in Little Tokyo later with the wife, so because she likes to watch the movies we review. So
good luck.
She said she's seen it, but I'm like, I don't think you remember.
I don't think you've seen this one.
So where are we in the movie? Are we at this? Are we at this uncomfortable scene?
Well, let's see.
I mean, we don't need to dissect
No,
it.
we went a little bit. Okay,
we're not. We jumped ahead. I'll finish driving. Sure. So Max Dyer is introduced to the crew.
Yeah. Okay.
We get some convoluted storyline of why his partner got dosed. Again, another huge loophole that they just randomly dosed a guy without permission. Therefore, he wouldn't have got the training or the backstory of being a werewolf. So, dude literally just went, "Oh, I'm a wolf, and I'm gonna shoot myself." It's totally inane.
It was to get Max's attention, man. They had to get Max's attention.
It was stupid.
That way, then Patsy could then look him and be like, "Oh, I've had the alpha wolf. Now I want the new pup."
Nate, you're onto something, baby. Oh my goodness.
They're gonna make a Scrappy Doo.
Oh no. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Hey,
right,
Kelly,
so
why
we
don't you
get
continue
to
with your
the,
synopsis or something?
This is off the rails, everybody. I apologize. No, we go to what we see as like a recruitment video, but live action, I guess is what I'm going to call. We are on the shore of a river or a bay, and what looks like college kids drinking beer, but there's shipping crates everywhere. I mean, the beach is littered with them, and as they get their binoculars out, you go, "Oh, there's a handful of guys walking around with machine guns." All the while, everyone in the crew except for Max is wearing black skin tight leather jumpsuits with just for no reason. They have like belts, wristbands, knee pads, and helmets, like Nate pointed out earlier, and they were form fitted helmets. So weird. It's weird enough that Max Dyer, and this is, I guess, my only tie to it being the Halloween episode.
Having parties.
Yeah, bullets and butthead.
Ringside seats, man.
Odds may be a little one-sided. Maybe we should cut him some slack, huh?
Can I ask you guys a question? What the hell are you guys doing?
protect, and serve. Hey, man, I'm gonna protect my ass on out of here. I don't need to be a part of this Halloween shit.
I'm gonna protect my ass. Did you catch the girl doing the butt head?
I was just gonna say.
Yes.
I didn't hear it till I made the drop, and because I was gonna cut it down to just Max saying the Halloween part, but I was like, did she just imitate butthead? I have to leave that in. I was like, oh my, this is 93. Oh,
We're
it's so.
werewolves.
I have hair on my butt.
I got fleas down there.
Ew.
So Max watches them like tear apart from a distance. This, like, what we find out later are gun runners that are just openly doing deals in the middle of the night on the beach. Um, he goes, tries to tell his supervisors. They blow him off. They make the comment about, if they're vampires, we'll just stab them with a stake. And I'm like, that's just the dumbest joke I've ever heard. So Max goes back to the lair. We're going to call it the lair now. I don't even know why he would bother going back there, but the blonde chick there, that is obviously the love interest, is there trying to convince him to be one of them. That's the whole thing. They want Max part of them, which also doesn't make sense, and we'll talk about that in a second too.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
So he is pretty adamant that he has no interest in being part of this. He's obviously attracted to her, and she tries every seductive way to do it. They kiss for a second. He's like, "Nope, I'm out. I don't want to play anymore." Walks away, and she shoots him in the back. So it's finally our first bit of. You okay there, Pete?
No, that's not true. Because they do it. They fool
No,
around.
after
No, they fool
after
around.
he gets.
No, not.
They fool around
But
first.
they fool around
and
before
then,
she shoots him.
Oh, she put it on his tongue. She
Yep.
put it on her tongue.
She seduced him
because he had a little
and
bit of the
they
serum
did
in him.
it. And they did, just to drive the werewolf thing home. They did it doggy style. And then
They did. Because
they,
he was growling and scratching at her, but it was because she put that little bit of serum on her tongue and kissed
that
him.
is true.
That's
That
what
is
it was.
true.
See, I
So
thought
it
he
drove
already
him.
had the serum in him.
It may have, it drove him to a
Animalistic.
frenzy,
Yeah.
and they did it again to drive it home. There's werewolves here.
They did it the
They
werewolf
did it
style. They did the
werewolf
monster
style.
mash.
that is the symbolism that the director was going for, Charlie.
Was that the symbolism?
That was the
This is
symbolism.
poetic licensing of the werewolf. This is how werewolves do it, except that's not how it is, because later on in the film we get something very disturbing. So anyway, after they do it, he walks out because she wants him to take the serum, and he wants to walk out of the room. And he's like, I'm done. I don't want to do it because drugs are bad, right? It's the 90s.
Very heavy anti-drug subtext
it
in
is,
this movie.
which
Yes.
I approve of, and also am exhausted of, because at that point, it was, what was that?
Dare?
Was that Reagan at that time? No, that was.
Nah.
This was Bush.
That would have been
wasn't it?
Clinton.
Was that Clinton? Anyway, we were still in the recesses of walking into an arcade and seeing only losers do drugs on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, right?
Yeah. Dare,
Right.
man.
The
I had Dare in school.
only dopes do drugs, or whatever it was. I
Yeah.
forget exactly the campaign.
You know what? It should have been McGruff the werewolf instead of McGruff
Right,
the crime
right. I like that idea. So he tells her no.
That's right.
I'm handing it right back to you, Charlie. But
No,
he
you're
tells
fine.
her no. I'm not gonna take the drugs. And he's walking after he's boned her. He's
That's
walking
right.
out there. I'm not gonna do your drugs. Blur blur blur. Goodbye. Heading for the door, and
I was just in a hurry to play my drop because there hasn't been a whole lot of blood in this movie until she finally shoots him, and not so much that the blood comes pouring out that from the shot. It's like pouring out on the floor, which apparently makes a difference later in the movie
whatever.
too. That's totally stupid.
It don't make no difference.
No. So he starts his transformation. Um, he kind of likes it, but yet he's still like almost fighting it a little bit. They take him out on. She takes him out on a mission. He doesn't even really join the pack. They
No,
go on
yeah,
some
it's the
kind
two of
of.
them, right?
They went for like a drug house, like a crack house or something like
That
that.
crack or meth or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they go find a den of sin of some sort,
yeah. They just
and
find this random,
mhm.
because the thing's out there, and then in total '90s fashion, there's a kid outside in the middle of the night playing Game Boy, and I'm calling bullshit on that because you cannot play a Game Boy in the middle of the night.
You could not see
Yeah,
the screen.
no. I
Of
mean, he did. I mean,
children
if
of
you
the
want to,
'90s know that you can't play that in the dark.
Yeah. You know
if you
what's
want to,
terrible? A car trip home at night when
yeah,
you got your Game Boy and you can't play it unless you hit a street light every other 5 feet. So you just don't get to see it. And this is
yeah.
before you had that stupid worm light that your parents
Right,
didn't even buy
right.
you.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, the little thing that stuck into the power
Uh-huh.
cord,
Yeah.
which drained your battery even faster.
I wouldn't know.
When
My
that's.
parents never bought it for me.
I'm sorry, Nate. I'm sorry. You'll be okay though, you millennial. Uh,
My Game Boy was red.
oh, you got like the colors later
I got
on,
a
right?
colored one. It was a red one.
Nope.
That
But
1 inch
back in
thick
my
bad
day,
boy.
nothing had color. Everything was black and white and possibly gray and purple. That was the best we got with our Game Boys. And
It would turn yellow.
the screen was green and pukish green and black. That's all we had on our screen colors. And we liked it, damn it. We were appreciative.
Oh man, Charlie, get off my lawn, bitches.
Get off my lawn, you kid.
You
Oh
kids and
my
your damn
God.
4Ks.
Your PlayStation 5s and your Box X's and all this other
Your
stuff.
Playcast.
Oh God. Hey, let's talk about this. Let's get through this synopsis, please.
It's like, just God, please get
I
us through
want this to
movie.
end so badly.
All right, so I'll tell you what, guys, we're gonna skip super fast ahead. We're gonna get past all the. Max kind of plays as a werewolf for a little bit. He's still
Yeah.
fighting it. The main bad guy gets pissed off because the girl slept with Max instead of just. He was like, "I'm fine that you shot him. I didn't have a problem with that part. It's because you slept with him because you find out that he's got
Yeah.
a thing for her. Da 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 da."
Very unneeded sexual assault scene.
The rape really the rape knocked this one down at least
It
2
really
spots
did.
for me.
I mean,
Yeah.
This was like this. You boy, oh boy, you did not need this at all. Even in 1993, you did not need this at all.
dude,
No.
I watched this and then I still had to watch, Showdown in Little Tokyo
Yeah.
again, which has 2 rape scenes in it. So
I-
I'm like, wow, well, my weekend's packed apparently.
Yeah, I don't give sexual assault any pass in any
No.
era.
No, it's
Period.
bad storytelling.
Well, okay, so like something like Last House on the Left.
Okay.
That
I'll give you
that
that
is
one.
purposefully giving you
Irreversible.
right. The story is a rape, but a rape wrapped in a bundle of an action movie.
Just because.
Just because
Yeah.
is it's unforgettable.
You can make a bad guy bad without that, and I agree.
100%.
Oh yeah.
This guy was already bad, and now you're going to give some suggested rapes. It's not. No, thank you.
No, I'm
No,
with
thank you, sir.
So we're going to skip past that I was trying to glaze over yet. Nate wanted to shove his
Don't-
whole hand
Don't
into.
ever glaze over shit like that. That needs to be.
Yeah.
Well, not that we're
I
not
mean, it's
against it.
garbage.
I was just not going to spotlight it, I guess,
fair.
is the way I would look at
Okay,
it.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
So
Well, we spotlight by saying it's garbage.
Nate floodlighted it, not just spotlighted it.
That has no place in.
No,
film,
it doesn't.
Period.
Well, that's our PSA for tonight. Rape bad. Don't put it in movies.
Jesus.
Hello, lamp.
The more you know.
Hello, lamp. I like that a little better.
So again, we come through some stuff. Max goes to confront the leader of the pack and witnesses the guy pulling the serum out of his own brain.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It turns out the serum was coming from Guru's brain, which, if you don't remember by now, guru is werewolf in French.
Yep. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate that.
Thank,
Um,
thanks for the reminder, Nate.
I
That's good.
You're welcome.
all I could picture was like Reanimator and
Yes.
all those other
Yes.
movies
Yes,
that
very.
put a green or yellowish liquid out of their body or into their body. I was like, wow, okay, we're going for everything in this one.
So unsanitary.
Yeah, no, he just like squirts it right into the vial. I mean, just nothing. Boom, no centrifuge to clean anything up. It was there you go, guys, and put it in your. Why did every injection in the 90s and early 2000s have that stupid air injection thing? Just this they're like, Total Recall, this one. Pete has it on his notes already. This is why I had you on the show, Pete.
We don't got to cover it now. I've got it written down here.
Pete's ready to go. Um so Max gets away. The wolf pack decides to go out on this one final mission, and we find out there's a lunar eclipse getting ready to happen, and it's kind of important. They keep talking about it, which is we'll talk about this later. I'm sure it's on Pete's notes as well. And Max decides, I'm gonna go fight him, and we find out that you have to keep taking this serum because it's in you, but it's not always potent. Um, and then you find out that this supervisor, the werewolf guy, has been to other cities and has cleaned up the streets supposedly, but yet he's the only one that's ever left from it. There's one guy they threw into the story for some god awful reason that he followed him. It's on Pete's notes. I'm not even going to worry about it because Pete's going to bring it up in a minute.
I was hoping you had a drawing of the guy.
I would have loved a diagram and a chart.
This dumbass is a curmudgeon. What is it called?
Oh my god, that was great. All right, so Pete has all that covered. So I'm jumping into the final fight.
No, you're right.
Where Max Dyer goes in with a silver bullet, not the mini that would necessitate killing an entire pack.
Right.
A silver bullet. And my thought would be when the werewolf guy looks at you and goes, "Oh, you have a silver bullet," I might be questioning whether or not it's actually going to be effective at that that moment, at that juncture in our final battle. So and then we get this audio sucks, but I had to put it in. And when the main villain looks at Max Dyer and says,
Go ahead. Make your day.
"Make your day." And it sucks because they growl as he says the final line, which I'm like, that's terrible audio editing right there. That line should have been the tagline of the movie. But Max shoots him. Guy falls down. They're all like, "Oh, you killed him! You killed him!" Max walks away from everyone towards his car, and the bad guy stands back up. Oh, well, that didn't work. You didn't get my memo that during a lunar eclipse, I'm invulnerable to everything. And then the guy wolfs out in the worst 93 CGI I think I've seen since ever.
I
Like
was going
that
to say
was
best 93 CGI, but then I remember Terminator 2 came out.
yeah.
So
See, this
And
is
Jurassic
I admit
Park
it was
wasn't far behind that.
this is $6 million budget, but good God, man, like
this is lawnmower CGI. The
yeah,
lawnmower man. My
lawnmower
bad.
man stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, this was horrible. We get this supposed to be climactic fight in a shipping yard on top of a shipping container, and just so happens the lunar eclipse goes away. And in speeding through all of this, I've left out a key component. He has the guy in the morgue make him some silver nitrate serum of some sort that he puts into a vial, and he stabs the werewolf at the end when the full moon comes back out, where he's vulnerable again, and that's what kills this thing. really? That's
It's lazy. It's lazy writing, and there's
totally lazy
several
writing.
lazy writing parts of this film, and this doesn't surprise me that they wrapped it up with another piece of very lazy writing.
They wrapped it up as
And
fast as I'm trying to wrap up this
Yeah.
part
walkthrough.
of that problem is of that 6 million, they actually went over budget, and that's when HBO kind of stepped in. They shot a week over
Oh yeah.
on schedule as well.
Oh no.
So they wanted to do the werewolf sooner, but couldn't. So they never got to really work it out. So it was really just lobbed in there as last minute, and like HBO was on the set, like the producers were like, "You've got 2 hours to wrap."
No, no.
So that's kind of where we got this all shoehorned in that very like
Well, you
last
know
10
what?
minutes
I'm not gonna
because they just
ding.
didn't have time.
I'm not gonna ding a director for that. That's not
No, I
his
wouldn't
fault,
either.
you know.
And I wanted more werewolf, but that's me. I always want more werewolf. Like that's why we just don't get more werewolf movies, which I will get to. I have a list of other occupational werewolf movies that need to be made.
I'm so excited to hear
Yeah.
that. Let's go.
I'm good. So I've talked enough, and
Let's wrap. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Werewolf's dead,
Werewolf's dead.
and he tells Dyer that someone must continue this, and it has to be you. Lay in my blood.
Take my blood. Take my
He
power.
didn't say take. He said lay in my blood.
Lay in my blood.
And he does.
And he does.
Mr. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be part of this.
And he does.
He takes it all in, and then we like light year, what was it, 3 years?
3 years later in Denver.
3 years later in a totally different town. Max Dyer is a cop. He's got like really good police record. He walks home back with his wife, not the blonde chick, because she died at the beach like she did in Lethal Weapon 2.
I hope that's like how she dies in all of her movies. It's in her contract, like I have to die on a beach, but it's really just so she can be on the beach for that shoot.
I need to look up the rest of her.
I'd put it in my
filmography,
contract.
Right.
I don't know if I'd do that. Sand gets everywhere. I don't know if I would.
Oh, ew. Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
But Max Dyer is
painfully true.
in a house with his wife, who still doesn't act like she's all into being married the way she
No,
talks.
they fixed it. I mean, it's fixed.
And he comes over to like put his arms around her. We're kind of figuring out, oh, he's got the power or anything. She's chopping up vegetables or some shit and cuts her finger, and really long, dramatic, drawn out thing. Max takes her finger and licks the blood off of it, and he walks away out of scene. Yet we're still on her for some mysterious reason. And you look at her finger and it heals.
Roll credits.
Wow, guys. This synopsis was just as disjointed as the movie. Yeah, I'm going to turn it over to Pete because I know he's chomping at the
He is dying
bit.
over here.
He's dying like Dyer.
No, I'm cool.
Max
It's great.
Dyer.
This is a great film. I don't want to talk enough about it. It's great.
Pete, I'm going to turn it over to you, brother.
And it's fine. It's a good movie. I don't care about it. That's wrong. I'm lying. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this movie is a big pile of poo. But let me tell you something though. I've learned that since listening to the last episode of Giving Back My Horror Movies, I learned that Charlie wanted this initially to be a horror action movie podcast, and there are plenty of those to go around.
Yes.
And I didn't, when you said that this was the movie you wanted me to come on, after I watched the movie, I wanted to put my head through the wall because it hurt.
To be fair,
so
we
bad.
all went into this movie blind.
I know I know this now, but
the pictures really oversold the movie.
100%. 100%.
So I didn't know. Okay, full disclosure, I didn't know that. At least you, Charlie, had not seen this movie before you said, this is what we're doing. But I'm also not going to let you off the hook by saying that this movie is a horror movie. It is far from it. It is
Oh, yeah.
guns a-blazing. It is Rambo that just happens to have some flipping werewolves in it, right?
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%.
There is no
God, it needed
horror
more
in this.
werewolf.
There is no horror in this. There is some. The only horror in this is the flipping rape scene in it. That's
Yeah.
what terrified me the most, is that woman just laid down and let it happen, and
Yep.
that disturbed me on a level that, like, that's the 90s, and I bet that people in the 90s just blew that off, and
Oh,
that's
I
You know
guarantee
they
that
did.
was just seen as okay instead of like the horrific scene that
right.
it was.
Oh, the strong man's gonna get his way.
It
Gross.
was their way of making the bad guy even badder, to really make you want him
You
dead.
don't need to do it this
And
way.
look,
But we've said this already.
I'll say it now, was I I fully intended that I figured it would be more fun to have a movie none of us had seen, because when we've done that before, when we did Hellbound, Nate, me, and Dan had not seen it. Again, another movie that somehow slipped through the cracks of my library of movies.
Mhm.
And I knew going in that it was not going to be phenomenal, but it was at least over a 5 rating. This one was also over a 5 rating, and everything I read never put the category of action. Everything was crime, drama, horror when I looked up full Eclipse on everything. IMDb doesn't list it as an action. No one else does. It is 100% an action movie.
For sure. The-
I was, yeah,
I can't imagine it's not categorized as an action movie. It just
same with me.
is. It happens to have werewolves in it, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, I mean they happen to be like an afterthought almost.
Yeah.
Werewolves are literally shooting guns at drug dealers. How is that not an action movie? And that's
Right.
not. I'm not saying, Charlie, this is something
No,
against
no, no, no,
you.
no. This
I'm
is,
saying this. Who watched this and not said it? I don't. I just don't
yeah.
understand how it
How
can't be
how
categorized
is
as
this
action.
miscategorized?
Right.
Obviously, if you, it's probably by people that never even watched it. Oh, it's
Maybe.
werewolves.
Oh
Horror
yeah.
movie.
Oh, there are
werewolves.
werewolves in
Yeah.
this movie. Maybe.
This
Yeah.
is just like how every like nurse and doctor that had to examine these bodies failed to mention all the claw marks inside these people and be
Right.
like, hey, 50 people just got murdered and they're all sliced and diced. You want to look into that? No one mentions that once.
I feel like I got to apologize to everyone that's clicked on this for a horror movie. By doing an actual horror movie on the next episode. We
All right,
do.
Nate, you and me need to talk, and we're gonna get something.
We might.
We're gonna get something real here. So anyway,
To the
so
list. To the list.
I believe in the action movie you covered. You had a checkbox of things that happened in the 90s, right, Charlie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
For the Navy SEALs.
The Navy SEALs. Right.
Yep.
So I'm just going to start by naming a few things that happened in this movie that was a very 90s thing to happen. Killing drug lords and having a drive-by, check marks. That's like 1 or 2.
Yep.
Super uncomfortably macho cops. Like, I don't need to go to PTSD counseling. As a matter of fact, you do go to PTSD counseling because you're not smart enough to figure it out yourself. Helicopters. There were at least 2 helicopters in this.
Yes, there were.
Mm-hmm. There were 2. No!
Yep.
There were 2. And the funny thing about the 2 no's were, it was the same guy yelling no, and it was the same no yelled against, or it was the same no that was yelled for someone.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
It was ridiculous.
The bad guy the good guy turned into the bad guy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's like, okay, that was an easy one.
It did Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
For sure. So we had some 90s cliches going on here. We had the "Make My Day."
Yep,
We had
make
the
your day.
what? But yes, they
It's
were
same thing, but
right,
it was.
right.
Why did you even turn it on its ear? Why did you even change it?
Just do it. There were actually quite a few 90s contemporary pop culture things that they said that
Yeah.
would fall super flat today for with anyone that has never seen this or
Hmm.
lived their lives through the 90s. Brain on drugs, just say no. These are things. Um, here, one of the cops said, "Hi, Maxwell House," to Max Payne. Or wait, was his name Max?
Max
Max
Dyer.
Dyer.
Not Max Payne.
Max
Max
Payne.
Dyer. Called a Maxwell House. That's a coffee. That's something stupid that some stupid comedian would have made a stupid joke about in the stupid 90s. Oh, they also called him Maxi Pad once.
I did hear that one.
That's
It was
real
his. That was
dumb.
his partner. His
It,
partner
it
called him
was
that
after he got werewolfed.
after he miraculously got cured of 7
Hey, I feel
gunshots.
great. Let's go kill some bad guys. And then I'm going to run a motorcycle into a wall. And not only do I have no scratches on me, but my clothes are in pristine, pressed. It's awful.
Yes.
Yeah, Maxi Pad. That was another one. Uh, what else did I see there? I think that was oh, of course the Beavis and Butthead reference, where she that.
I left that in a drop. I loved that
I know,
when
I
I
know.
found it.
I think that those are the ones that I caught. I hope that any folks that are listening will will also chime in and anything that I may have missed in this very very stupid movie.
Well, they're gonna have to watch it, and if they are, just go to YouTube, type in "full
I
eclipse," and
found
it's
it on
on there.
YouTube. Yep, it's a
Yep.
thing.
Yep. Yeah. It is available easily. Um yeah, Pete's not wrong on any of his points. None whatsoever.
I have a final one.
Oh, here we go.
The girl sacrifices herself for her man.
Yes.
Oh yes,
That
because
was super
women can
gross to
only
me.
die in 80s,
The
90s, and
the
2000s
only
movies.
way that a woman is worth her weight in gold in these action movies if she sacrifices herself for her man. And the yes, the gal that dies in Lethal Weapon 2 also sacrifices herself for
A
Mario Van
man.
Peebles. It
Also, to just to make it a little bit neater at the end, to he can go back to his wife because the blonde haired chick is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, she can't
there's
narc on
no
him.
consequences for
Yep.
Stuppen for having an extramarital because he's married, right?
None. He's married.
Yeah,
So
he's but
She
it's
he's
probably
she
like
screwed with a
different
left.
zip
gal
codes.
that isn't
She
his wife.
she left, I think, to like her mom's or her sisters or something. They say there was like a voicemail where
Right,
she's like, we need
right.
time apart, basically, which I guess means like
You,
Ross on
game over.
Friends. We were on a break, and
This is perfectly acceptable.
oh my god, Nate, I'm gonna turn it over to your checklist now, Bubba.
So obviously we got werewolf cop movie, and I tease this. Here's my list of other occupational werewolf movies that we need to exist. Werewolf chef. This is a werewolf that is a chef who can actually cook. But he has to wear like a hairnet, but it's a full body net.
Oh shit!
So like when he's got the leggings on, it looks like fishnets. So he's a very sexy werewolf
Oh, that
chef.
is a sexy werewolf.
That's a sexy werewolf
Yeah,
chef.
yeah.
Oh
I
my
might
god.
do
I
that.
also have werewolf firefighter. Everyone loves firefighters. Now, imagine the calendar shoot for this one.
I
And it's
don't
just a
want
bunch of
to.
werewolves that are peeing on the fire hydrant and letting the fire go. And then they remember, oh, yeah, we have a fire. We've got.
No.
Is there one werewolf that looks like a Dalmatian?
Yes. And he's
There's a
deaf.
black
That
and
way the
white
sirens don't
spotted.
mess with him.
Oh my god.
I've got Teen Wolf 3, Coach Wolf. reboot slash sequel because that's the new hotness right now.
For sure.
So this is Teen Wolf in his like late 50s. His wife has left him. The grand pups, he's wanting to be their coach. So he's gonna coach the puppies about basketball, and he's got a beer gut, but he's gonna get his life back in order. He's gonna become a teacher for the school. He's gonna get involved with his kids again who have abandoned him. Teen Wolf 3, Coach Wolf, coming next fall. It's gonna be a good one.
Take my money now.
Werewolf barber or werewolf groomer. The werewolf can telepathically speak with the dogs, and that's why he is really good at grooming the dogs.
Oh, he's a pet groomer.
Yeah, he's a pet groomer. So he works at
God.
PetSmart, and he catches the eye of one of the lady cash registers. This is actually a romantic comedy, and everyone's trying to figure out why he's so good at being a pet groomer. It's going to be a hit. Really hit. It's probably going to star Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I'm
yeah.
going for.
100%.
This episode's so far off the rails. Just ride it out, boys. Just ride it out.
I've got Werewolf Librarian. This is a werewolf that actually just eats anyone that gets too loud in the library. Yeah, so that's its shh moment.
You get one morning. Shh.
Yeah. Because Dean Norris was in this movie, we're going to actually redo Breaking Bad, but Walter is a werewolf.
Oh, that's right.
So it's the exact same show, but Walter's a werewolf. That's all. So every time he disappears, every time someone dies, he's a werewolf. Yeah, that's all I got for that one.
Maybe this is where he became a werewolf.
It could be.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's my list there.
Issue.
If you want to, in the group, post any of your werewolf occupational movies that
werewolf
we will definitely get people to make.
I'm down with it. Let's go.
I can't wait. This episode comes out. We're recording super early, but somebody write a note. That needs to happen when this episode.
I'm not writing anything down.
Oh my God. Oh.
And then I also absolutely love that we don't get werewolf noises. We get jaguar and panther and cat noises.
Jackie pointed that out to me. Every time they did that, she was like, "Why are they using cat noises?" She's like, "That was a jaguar." She was like naming the cats.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, well, I don't know, honey. I didn't do the editing on this. And I was like, yeah, and it sounded like the Jaguar sounded like the old game console, the Jaguar. You remember when you would turn it on and it played the Jaguar sound? That was the Jaguar sound that was in this. I'll keep mine short and sweet. I knew after everyone messaging me, like Pete hated this movie. So I was like, cool, we got the negative. I knew Nate was going to be like, this was super fun, but it's not good. So he's going to try and find good, but also kind of be like in the middle. And after seeing that this was super action movie, obviously it's like Charlie should have loved it. I think even Pete made the comment like, oh, you're going to love this movie. He's not wrong. I loved every part of the action in this movie. Hated all of the drama they tried to add. Like, it really killed it. This movie could have probably been 20 minutes shorter, which might have even helped the movie a little bit, because this movie is almost what is it? Hour 40?
No, it's only an hour and 33 minutes. So you take away 20 minutes, we're left with a short film.
Yeah. Exactly. You make that out like it's a bad thing.
It's too long.
Because they didn't need all of that extra, the whole counselor, the longer scene in the hospital than the shootout was ridiculous. But love the opening, love the shootout, loved him firing.
You ever fired 2 guns whilst jumping through the air?
Firing 2 guns whilst flying through the air, because I immediately saw that and went, oh, I know what drop I'm putting down. I was a fan of how they looked as the human wolf hybrids. They worked out the bone structure of their faces.
You like them looking like Wolverine knockoffs?
Loved it. I loved every second of that, because especially when I see what the one dude looked like wolfed out. I was like, yeah, you should have just left them superhuman hybrids. I understood the claw placement more before I found out he was like using Wolverine as like a diagram for it, because the claws kind of come out between their fingers like
Oh,
Wolverine.
it came out like their first knuckle,
Yeah, and it
and
was
it
like
it was
really thin at where the finger joint is, but
yeah
then
yeah.
flares out. The design of the claw itself could have been better, but I was like, how are you supposed to shoot guns if you have giant claws coming off the tip of your fingers?
Bingo.
So I was like, there was at least some thought. The helmets on their heads when their faces transform made no sense to me. Um, but whatever. The last like encounter he has with them, or even the little like bus that he and the girl do by themselves, where he's not even in a super suit. He's like in a suit. And she's in her little outfit because she got ready for the night. And they go and tear up those guys. I like the look of Mario Van Peebles like that because it fit him. Honestly, that was the cover. That's what sold me on this movie because I love the look of it. Everything else about this movie was just garbage. It really was. It's just one of those that if all of us were in the same room, like
Oh, we would have
and
a
I'm
hoot.
talking like Sludge and Dan and
Yep.
all of us, we would have laughed our asses off. We'd have been drinking beers. We would have enjoyed the movie more because of that.
Oh,
When
most
we're
definitely.
when
This
we're
one needs to
watching it,
be viewed with
yeah,
friends.
when you're watching it by yourself and you're preparing for a podcast, you're disassembling the movie.
The last thing I want to say about this shit movie is please, ladies and gentlemen, go watch Wolf Cop. I'm not kidding. Wolf Cop.
Yes.
It is a 1000% better movie. It is so much more enjoyable. There is a billion more percent chance of gore and visceral and blood spurts and boobies for sure.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Wolf
There
Cop's phenomenal.
Wolf Cop is so much
Pete's
better
100%
than this
correct.
shit movie that wants to be Wolf Cop. This movie wants to be a 90s Miami Vice dire, dour Wolf Cop bullshit. No, Wolf Cop means Wolf Cop. Watch Wolf Cop. It's much better.
We are not
So
sponsored by Wolf Cop, but if anyone has their
Watch
contact information,
Wolf Cop.
we're
Wolf
open
Cop,
to
Wolf Cop,
sponsorships.
Wolf Cop. Wolf Cop. Wolf
Wolf
Cop.
Cop,
Wolf
Wolf
Cop.
Cop,
All
Wolf
right,
Cop.
guys. Well,
We
let
need to
me.
get our ratings in. That way we wrap this
Well,
bad boy up.
we need to do our first thing. We got to do our raining blood. We got to get our body count on this, and nope. So our raining blood, which is our body count, is 41.
Oh,
Which
jeez.
if that tells you it's an action movie already. Second, you get over like
That's what I'm
15
saying. It's
kills.
not a horror movie. This is
This
an
is
action movie.
this is an
Yep.
action movie.
Horror
But yeah,
movies rarely go over like 10 bodies, right?
yeah, very
Yeah.
rarely, very rarely. But yeah, our raining blood is 41. So let's go ahead and rate this. I haven't made the music for the machetes yet, but we're on a 10 scale of machetes, and that's either Danny Trejo or machetes that are used in horror movies. Let's start with our guest, Pete. We cannot go into negative numbers, unfortunately. I apologize. But how many machetes do you give this movie?
I'm not going to give it negative machetes because I dig the costume at the very end, even though we didn't get to see it very clearly.
Yeah.
And there was some nice makeup, but the rest of it was just garbage. This movie is garbage. I I enjoyed very little of it. So I'm gonna give it three machetes. It
Three.
wasn't it wasn't it wasn't unwatchable, but it was kind of unwatchable.
That's about on par for what I thought it would be. Nate,
All
what is
right.
your machete scale?
So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Just
That still
one
sounds
higher.
awful.
Yeah. Mario Van Peebles, I really did enjoy him a lot. I honestly have not seen much of his work. I just know he's super involved with being a writer, a director, an actor. So kudos to him for being able to kind of attempt to save this, being like the most talented person on board.
He's not
Like
the down part of the movie at all.
No,
no,
no, no,
not at
not at
all.
all.
Like
No.
and like Charlie and I've already discussed a million times. Like I wish I would have seen this as a kid because it would have been a lot cooler. It
Mhm.
would have been really sweet. The gunplay being very Hong Kong like, just the shootouts, the diving, all that was a lot of fun. And even like just the werewolf stuff in general, it's a cool concept, but it is done much better in Wolf Cop.
It's my turn to give my rating of machetes for this
Can't
movie.
wait to hear this because
Oh yes.
this is not my bag of film. This is way too actiony for me, and I think it is what you love, Charlie.
Yes.
You love this kind of action stuff, so let
So
me hear it.
I think first off I'm going to say I'm sorry to everyone that clicked on this expecting a horror movie because
This is not a horror
we
movie.
all cold watched this. None of us had seen this. None of us had even
Mhm,
heard
mhm.
of it. Kind of and my thing is I don't even want to read like any reviews on it till after I watch it. So I don't read the trivia on IMDb.
So you're not
S-
like Sludge who likes to spoil everything, right?
No, we're not going to be spoiling anything. Thankfully, I think I'll be taking the kids to go see Venom before his moratorium
Sunday
on
Dropped,
countdown.
Sunday
His
countdown.
moratorium, right?
But as you guys were talking and we were doing this, I kind of had this little epiphany about this movie that I think kind of sums up what the channel is, what the podcast is about is we literally picked this movie based on the cover art and the back of the box VHS description of this
Hmm.
movie. Because
Okay.
that's how we didn't have trailers on YouTube. We didn't have any other way to, maybe we had a friend that watched it before us and recommended it to us. Maybe there was a trailer we caught late night on television, but if it wasn't a big blockbuster, they didn't put the money into it.
Oh, well, TV or maybe going to see the latest Disney James Bond whatever film
Yeah,
that you
where you
saw.
got some of the
You might
trailers
see it.
there.
Yeah, you might see it in the theater.
But
Right?
what it is you're at the video store, you saw 10 copies of Jurassic Park,
Yep.
and then there was one copy of Full Eclipse that might have been there or someone stole it and it never got returned. But that was the cover art that caught your eye.
It was sitting right next to Near Dark, and Near Dark was checked out at that time.
Yeah, so then you grabbed this one because you read Werewolf Cop.
I grabbed this one based
Right.
on the art, which I mean, literally is what I did. I saw a post, I saw a picture, went, "Ooh, that looks new," and that's what I did. And I went, "I like Mario Van Peebles because I loved Heartbreak Ridge, Solo. I didn't love the
Not Han
movie
Solo.
Highlander: The Final Dimension, but I did like Mario Van Peebles in that."
Oh shit, he was in Highlander 3, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's like the only good Highlander sequel.
He's like the wizard sorcerer that's trapped in a cave that
Yeah.
inadvertently didn't get counted
He's
on the
the
quickening.
Kurgan 2.0 that
Yeah.
doesn't count, but let's just remake the first one and make it an hour and 20 minutes with a gratuitous sex scene and call it a day.
And integrated into modern world very easily in that movie as well.
Super quick.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
What is that?
That is Highlander Final Dimension DVD case. Man, everybody can't see this, but that was brilliant. I love that.
I'm glad I got rid of Highlander 2.
Oh, I have both versions, sir. I have
Oh, no.
Highlander 2.
I didn't want it on my shelf anymore, so I got rid of that.
And I have
And
Highlander
I kept
2.
3 because 3 is awesome.
The Renegade version. I have them both. I will not throw away a Highlander movie.
Stupid aliens from another planet.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'd still keep it in my collection. So I went into this movie with high hopes. Everyone knows that I talked to. I pulled things from this movie. I love the action. I love the overtop action. This movie could have been made by Canon if we're going to talk about Canon.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I understand. I totally get this is an HBO movie. The budget makes total sense now. Knowing now about the production that the studio got involved that really maybe hurt this a little bit on speeding it up. I still have to give this like at most a 4.5 machete. That's being generous on it. The action made me happy. The makeup of the hybrid, I didn't mind the wolf suit. It was the transformation between the two that it was one of those ugh moments. Like that was so bad. I couldn't shake that during the final battle.
Well, it just sucks because you have like an American Werewolf in London that came out years before this.
Right.
It had an incredible
Don't
transformation, and
tell
still like
me.
to this day the best one.
Yeah.
And years later, they still can't top that.
Yeah. Don't.
You know.
I would have rather they like that Mario Van Peebles had knocked him down like off of the shipping container in his like hybrid wolf form
Just don't
and
show it.
then
He
popped
popped
up
up.
as the creature. Totally would have bought that. Totally would have been like, yes, this is low budget and that makes sense. No, they tried and failed and still put it out there. But 4.5 machetes for this. I don't hate it. Don't know if I'll revisit this one. Maybe. I doubt it. I really do doubt that I'll watch this one again. I'm still glad we reviewed it. I owe Pete a lot of beer for sitting through that movie and sitting through this episode. I hope you guys had fun on this one at least. I mean, we laughed a lot at the, sake of this movie. Okay, guys, I believe it's about time for us to wrap up this episode.
Oh,
And
it's
we
so
want to
sad, but it's not sad. This is a bad movie.
we want to thank Pete for suffering through this with me and Nate. And as an apology, why don't you go ahead and plug your show, even though we play the commercial and we thank you at the end, and your name is said in almost every episode.
Well, I'm thrilled. This is one of the rare occasions that at least one more, and in this occasion two, people have suffered through the same film that I have. Maybe if I come back, can we have a different movie?
I will let you pick the
Ooh,
movie that you want to come on for. That way, all blame comes off my shoulders
that's
and
that
are
that
squarely
is
on yours.
Because
that is
clearly, I was gonna pick Full Eclipse again.
yeah. Okay, so if
No,
we
we
do
were
a
doing Werewolf Barber too, because Nate's
uh,
already on
Yeah.
the sequel.
I'm probably gonna pick something in the J horror or the
Totally
Asian
fine.
horror. Anyway, we'll talk about that at a later date.
We'll
So thank you
discuss.
so very much. We will discuss this. We'll actually have a real horror movie instead of some action movie that has werewolves in it. Oh my goodness. So anyway, uh, I do a podcast called Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where we watch really. Sometimes they're good movies, sometimes they're bad movies. So on the Good Beer, Bad Movie scale, we rate all of our movies on a six-pack rating. The six-pack rating is simply how many beers do you need to drink to enjoy said film. So if you loved the film, you only need one beer, maybe two, to really enjoy the movie. And if you hated the movie, then by God, you need to be completely drunk to enjoy it, which would be a five or a six. So come over to Good Beer Bad Movie Night. Enjoy the crap movies that we watch and enjoy the beers that we do because we do a lot of craft brewing. I myself am a home brewer, so I have a lot of insight on how these beers are made. So it's not just a I like this beer, I like this movie. It's a little deeper than that. So just come on over and enjoy the fun. We have a very good time uh, with the beers and movies that we rate.
Awesome. Well, we can go ahead and say that it took Pete 3 to 4 beers to get through our episode,
Oh
so
my.
that shows him shows us the ranking of this episode.
I'm
It
slipping my
lives up to the hype.
My words are not coming to me tonight. So yes, I've had a
Pete, the
few.
usual wordsmith, we will give you a pass for now. It's getting late. We're all ready to wrap it up.
Yes.
So we're gonna do our last few thank yous fairly quickly. We want to thank Sludge over at Sludgecast. We want to thank Poster Smash. They're doing great things. I'm in talks with them about getting the movie to review very soon, The Witch House, that he and Bobby did.
Cannot wait for
Oh,
that.
that's
Oh,
so much fun! I can't wait.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally looking forward to it. Multiple award winning on the international scene right now.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
we will
super
all
hyped.
share this
100,
hard.
we will be the
Yeah.
biggest cheerleaders
Yep.
for them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Want to thank Live and in Color with Wolfie D, my cousin's podcast. Check those guys out if you love wrestling. Big thank you to Mountain Empire Comics, Johnson City, and Bristol. Diane and Rob run excellent comic shops, been huge supporters of the show. Love them to death. Follow us on Facebook. As we say to monotony on the show, we have a group. Please join the group. It's a ton of fun. It's not huge, but it is active. I'm in a lot of other groups that have thousands of people. We blow them away as far as activity with our members. So join the Give Me Back My Action Movie group. Join the Give Me Back My Horror Movies group. Both also have an Instagram page. I run that. I'm twisting Nate's arm to get on some other social media things because I'm the old man. I refuse to do it.
And I'm learning.
And Nate,
Here soon it will launch. I just need to learn a little bit more because I don't like to give piss poor quality.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
High quality piss.
I have Pete with me, so that's going to make it even more fun when I
no.
give us the email address at gmbmampod@gmail.com. That is our email address that Pete takes delight in hearing every time Dan repeats it.
It's as ridiculous as mine is.
That's right. And he got to hear it live and in person. All right, guys. I am tired. I'm kind of tired of talking about this movie. I don't know if I'm going to watch a werewolf movie for October now.
One more thing.
What you got, Nate?
I wanted to give a shout out to Wise Blood Records. I can't announce just yet what they hooked me up with, but I'm pretty excited to give a review for that in the coming weeks. So be on the lookout for that.
It has something to do with our last episode on the horror.
It does.
Podcast,
There's a little bit of something with our last
Let me know if
episode,
you need
and
some
I
help with
was
that.
so excited when they shot me over a message. So thank you so much, Wise Blood Records. They've got it's just a death metal label. So if you're into the heavy aggressive stuff, give them a shout out.
Absolutely, we love some death metal. We love all metal. Okay, Nate, have you figured out a new outro word yet, or are we going to stick with the one you did last time?
We're gonna stick with the one right now because it's all I got, but we're gonna do it a little differently.
Okay.
Sexy.
Groovy.
Hail to the king, baby.